Om Shanti. Good evening. And so tonight we have our topic is concentration. So what is concentration? We hear this word all the time, very common word. And what is concentration? Is basically, if we talk in layman terms, is something that we do with our full focus, entire attention, and whether we do something or we think something with the 100% of our mind over there, and it's called concentration. Or in simple words, we can say undivided attention. Our full attention is over there, is concentration. Now, what happens when we do something with concentration? Have we done anything with concentration? Yes, we have many experiences in our lives that we have done with concentration. For example, students study, they need concentration. That's the most common example, most common place where we think that concentration is needed. Then where else is concentration needed? Workplace. While working, we need concentration. Where else? While doing day-to-day chores, do we need concentration or no? We already know how to do it. Then it's easy.
Concentration is necessary. We have been kind of concentrated. I personally
Don't. Yes, so we don't have concentration, so then we make mistakes. Okay, yes. So we basically need concentration every action of our lives, beginning from when we wake up till we go off to sleep. And there is that concern, how much do we put in that action, whether we put 100%, 80%, 70%, that depends. Now, what happens when we do something with concentration is maybe we play a game with full concentration. Our thought is nowhere else. We are focusing on that game, or we are studying. What is the result? Forget about the result. What happens when we do that? When during maybe 10 minutes, if we play a game, during that 10 minutes, how do we feel? We feel light. We enjoy it, right? Anything we do with concentration, it makes that portion of the time enjoyable. That it gives us an experience of enjoyment. And whatever the end result might be, whether we win, whether we lose, whatever it is, but it's still enjoyable at the end of the day. And then what happens at the end also, when we do something with concentration, there is some accomplishment. There is a success that we receive from it. Some sort of, even if we don't win, even if we learn something, right? There is some sort of accomplishment that we get at the end from concentration. Now, what else happens? So one is we learn that we enjoy something when we do with concentration. And two is that we get something, things are accomplished. Now, do we become more efficient or no? What do you would think? We do. But what if I try to do two things now? I already know how to do it. I've done it all my life. It is very easy. Now I can do, instead of concentrating on one thing, I can do two things at that time. So I'm not efficient if I do one thing. Now instead of that, if I do two things, I'm more efficient. So what is better, with concentration or without concentration? Because if I do one thing, my 100% is there. Now if I'm in that same portion of time, I'm doing two things. Now if I'm doing two things, my concentration cannot be 100%. It's divided in two tasks. But I still say I'm more efficient because before I was able to do one thing and now I'm able to do two. So how is that working? Now it's not matching. What happens? Right? We become more efficient or no?
seems like we become efficient, but maybe somewhere we are losing something.
We are losing something, yes. So many studies have been done, not one, but many studies have been done. And what they did in the studies, when they had students or they had people doing different tasks, they were given different tasks and they were told to switch between tasks. They found that the efficiency went down, more errors were made, and also more time was taken. So, but what our mind believes? That I can do 10 things in 10 minutes, so more things will get done. But what will happen at the end of the day? I'm losing efficiency, I'm losing my concentration, I'm losing time and I'm making more mistakes. So it is not benefiting, it is actually making it worse for me. In the long run, also for the brain, it is not considered to be a good thing to do multitasking. Women do multitasking all the time because they think they have a lot of things to do. So 5 things can be done. We can talk on the phone, we can cook, we can do so many things at one time, right? And so it wastes our time because now we are using more of our time. So instead of saving the time, we waste time, and also we make mistakes. And what happens when we make mistake? We have to spend extra time to take care of it. So that is why it is said to keep life simple, to do less tasks, because, and studies now have shown it more, it is not good for the brain. Also teenagers, they're on the phone and then try to do something, and we also try to do so many things at one time, try to accomplish, but that is a wrong understanding. Then we learned that yes, we do enjoy when we do something with concentration. We learned that we also we get success or accomplishment at the end. Now we save time also, we become more efficient. But what are the tasks that do we need concentration when we are listening to others? We do. Yes, but sometimes what we do, what our brain tells when the other person is speaking, we already have our story in the back of our mind. Meaning we listen to ourselves even before we listen to others, they say. And what happens in that? There could be arguments. There could be a communication gap. We might not be able to understand. We are listening, but we are not agreeing with them. And we don't agree with them because there is another story in my mind that is going on. Right? So how do I change that? How can I improve my concentration? So when I listen to somebody with concentration, one, there's no background noise in my mind. I listen with an open mind, right? So that's where I'm there, I'm listening to them. And when I listen to them, when they're speaking, as they're speaking, whether they're talking of a problem, whatever they might be talking about, at the same time, I can see solutions because I'm listening from the perspective of understanding. And then when I speak, I'll be heard, right? We often say that, this person doesn't listen to me. I speak so many times, I say so many times. And what is happening is that we are just listening to them to tell what to do. We're not listening to them to understand what they really want or what they are trying to say. And so it is when we listen, then we'll be heard. So if you want to be heard, we have to listen with 100% concentration, right? So concentration is required. So in various aspects of life, we see how concentration can markedly improve our quality of life. We see these days this time span of everything seems to become shorter and shorter. Like if we see anything on social media, if we see movies, anything that is there, now they make even shorter and shorter. And why is that? Because the attention span, the concentration has become so poor for all of us. And the number one reason is because there is too much of information which is taken from the phone. That's the number one that we take. Too much of information that is going in. Have you ever seen anybody driving and trying to look for directions? And they're looking for directions and they say, lower down the volume of the music. What does music have to do with looking for directions? Nothing, but still they say, okay, lower down the volume. No, you can still listen, but you only have to look. But still we do that. Ever wonder why? Breaks the concentration, but why? Right? Why? Because when we are concentrating, these are the ears, these sense organs, mouth, eyes, these are the doors for distraction. These are the doors that take us somewhere else. So that is why when we are trying to concentrate, when somebody is studying, they are not in front of a TV, they are not listening to music, they are just focusing on that job, on that task. And so whatever sense organ that is involved, the other doors have to be closed for any sort of distraction. And that is very, very important. That is the first step, because if we do not close the door, what will happen? no concentration, poor efficiency. And in the same way, there is a door in the mind also. Mind is also a door. Like I said, when we are listening, the mind is going somewhere else. So door, again, there is a distraction. So these doors, if we are trying to concentrate, all the other doors for information has to be closed, so we can entirely give ourselves to where we are giving. Then there is so these are various places. In every task that we do throughout the day, we can increase our concentration or decrease. Decreasing is very easy. We know, we have been decreasing it for day and every day. So what do you think are some ways that we can increase our concentration? Because now we learned, it causes more contentment. It gives us an experience. These days we go out for an experience. We pay so much money for an experience. But just by having concentration, we could have the experience. So how can we increase that concentration to have an experience in every moment? What are some ways that we can choose, that we can bring this concentration into our lives? So the first would be, like I said, not taking too much information. Number one source is the phone or the TV, right? Too much throughout the day, just taking information and when are we going to process it? So there is not enough time to process. Even if on social media, 10-second, 20-second video, then the next video, then the next video, so much we are taking in, and there is so this is what is happening. We're not staying with one thing for a little bit period of time. We're switching too quickly, and when we are doing the switch, we're not even there, right? So having less information and then processing that information will give us more concentration. Then simplifying our life, not having too many, I want to do this. There is only limited time. So simplify and prioritizing our life, that what needs to be done first will bring, then I will have more success, meaning I will have, when I am prioritizing something, then the outcome will be that I will save time because I have done something that is more important first, and then I'm not worried about things. Two things that will come as an obstacle for concentration are distraction and attraction. Both attractions. What will happen? What happens in distraction? Distraction is something I don't want, but it's coming, right? Someone's disturbing, some noise is there, some person is coming, or some job comes, or some phone call comes that I have to attend to. So distraction is something I don't want, but it comes. And attraction is something I get pulled away myself. Attraction is, okay, I can do this later. Let me go do this. So what will happen when I am attracted towards something else rather than what I am doing? I will sway away from my focus. I will sway away from what I am doing or what I need to do, right? Because something else seems more enjoyable to the mind, right? Mind says, okay, we'll have, that is a little better. So what do we do in that case? We would have to bring our mind back. We would have to have some sort of determination that, okay, what I'm doing, this is what I need to do. Something to increase concentration is also interest. If I am interested somewhere, automatic concentration. Not interested, start yawning, right? So I will not like it. So how to develop interest in something that I don't have an interest? Right? I want to do something. I feel it is very boring. I am procrastinating it. It's sitting there. I have not done that job. How do I do? How do I create an interest in that? So interest is created in something when I know there is benefit in it. Then there is an interest. So I do not know the benefit of what I'm doing. I do not know the significance, the importance. So maybe I can start to learn about the significance of that thing. Okay, what will it bring? Is it really important? Do I need to do this thing? It's important. What is it? How is it important to me? So then I sit with myself. If it is important, so then when I do that, I develop an interest in that thing. Something interesting, we go watch for something interesting, we go to mall. How many hours? We don't even realize. If it's on sale something, So catches our interest, right? So interest is something that we have to develop in whatever we are trying to do. And how we can develop interest, one of the ways is by bringing newness, by bringing something new. It's the same thing. I'm driving to work every day. I have to drive from the same route. Maybe take a different route today, maybe do something different, maybe enjoy the scenes, maybe some newness has to be brought to create that interest, and that I would have to do it on my own. And also to add an emotion with it. Whenever we add some emotion with an activity, it gives an experience, and it doesn't have to be the same emotion. If it's the same emotion, if I'm always cooking with love, maybe I might get bored, right? Maybe a different emotion I can add, maybe happiness I want to add, maybe a newness in that. Okay, maybe I'll cook something, maybe some sort of zeal. Okay, something different today. Maybe with this I'll add this. Let's see how it turns out. And even if it doesn't turn out to be the best, but there is so much fun in having that newness, right? So creating that newness out of the same task that I'm performing creates our interest, and it increases our concentration. And whenever we are 100% there, we remain light. No negative thoughts will come, and then after that we feel empowered when we do something with sort of concentration. So that is also another thing. Then for concentration, we have to, when we go in nature, what happens? We become silent. Initially we might get bored that there's no more distraction, but then we enjoy that. We enjoy being with nature, whether it is near an ocean, or whether we go in a forest or somewhere for a hike or anything like that. We enjoy that. Why? Because there is no distraction there. Nature is calm. Nature, the quality of nature is calm, right? For the most part. So when it is calm, I receive that calm, and then I'm able to, my mind is calm, so it's concentrated. Anything that is concentrated is powerful, right? Diluted is too much. Whenever things are diluted, it's a lot in quantity. Anything concentrated is less in quantity, but it is powerful at the same time. Diluted has no power, right? And concentrated has power. And so in order to have power in concentrated thinking, it needs to be positive. If negative doesn't have power, because it is too much, it's all scattered. Like, say, suppose if I have a negative thought for something for the future, what if this happened, that happened? I'll have 10 thoughts. What if this happened, that happened, that happened? But if one good thought, it'll be good, is only one. Not many will come. One will come and will be nice and silent. So this way, the concentrated thinking is always powerful. That is why it brings that accomplishment. We see in scientists, we see in people that do concentration and practice that. That's how they develop, they get something new. They get the new inventions, or they get new, whatever it is that is there, it comes from that concentration. So we see that throughout our daily, of course, meditation, we have to apply concentration, and we have to use some determination not to get distracted, and then we stay focused on the thoughts when we try to meditate. And when we meditate, it helps to have that focus and concentration throughout the day when we are not meditating, because that practice helps us throughout the day. But when we practice concentration throughout the day, it helps the meditation practice. So it works both ways. And so that is why meditation is still like one aspect, and we develop with practice. But this is concentration while performing the task that we do. Then how else can we increase our concentration? So we talked about creating interest. Then we talked about newness, creating newness in every task so that the concentration increases. Then we talked about going close to nature. That helps. Then we talked about meditation, because meditation helps with concentration throughout the day, and throughout the day, concentration or doing work with concentration helps with meditation. Then we talked about attaching an emotion with an activity. Whatever activity we are doing, attaching. So, study has shown that when we attach an emotion with whatever we are doing, we memorize it for a longer period of time. We memorize it, like it stays in the brain. So that is why try to create an emotion with an activity. So it's not the same boring, same, and then try to give 100% on whatever we are doing. And yes, negative thoughts will come. There will be like distractions from people, things will come, they will say something, maybe it might bother. So at that time, for initially try practicing for little things, letting go. Let go. Let me do this job. Even if the thought is bothering me, I write it down that I will think about you later. Let me do this right now. I will think. So you give that thought importance. Yeah, I understand you're coming. I understand it. Somebody said something. I understand something happened that I don't like. I understand very wrong things are happening. But you come back later. Right now, we will do this. So when we talk to our mind like this, we are not just suppressing it, but we are giving it some time that we'll talk later. Right now, let's do this. And mind will listen if we do like. Otherwise, mind will not listen. It will still come up. So we write it down so we know it is there, but we'll come back to it. We'll come back to it later. Okay. So this way we can increase our concentration. Now, any questions?
Sister?
No. So from here, maybe we can try and start with some meditation. And then at the end, if someone has any questions or anything, we can go from there. So during the meditation practice, now whatever we listen to, we will try to bring our focus. So do not let the mind go into any distraction or any sort of attraction. If it goes, then bring it back and bring it back. And then right now we don't have much distraction for the ears. We're not eating and doing, the mouth and the eyes are also going to be stable. So then we'll have Sister Namrata, who's going to take us through the meditation experience. Okay, thank you.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Neha Ben, for nice explanation with an example. Before we begin with meditation, I would like to share something. Here at Brahma Kumaris, we say that each one is a soul. A human being is a soul being which has 3 faculties: mind, intellect, and sanskar. Why I am bringing up this here is because it's very important to know what these faculties are playing part in my life. We all know that mind, which is very important, which creates different thoughts, feelings, and emotions. As Nehaben was sharing, that we need to add emotion to the action to increase our concentration. So the mind is the one who is creating thoughts, feelings, and the intellect is the one who is creating the picture about the words that mind has created or the thought that has been created by mind. And to have the good concentration, it's necessary that my mind and intellect both works together, meaning whatever I am thinking right now, it should create the picture of it. It is said that audio and a video, mind is like an audio chatterbox. Keep talking, thinking about lot of things, and my intellect keeps creating the picture of what my mind is thinking about. That's the video. So to have the good concentration, we need to have our audio and video going together. Otherwise, we cannot enjoy that movie. So what we are going to do today is, I'm going to give you few thoughts. In between, I will pause so that you allow your mind to create beautiful picture using your intellect on this whiteboard. And we'll see during this time how much I am focused. Am I able to enjoy that scene? So as she said, right, we can go to the nature and enjoy. We can have our concentration increase by having the presence of nature. So what I'm going to do today is, we'll give few thoughts and we will have a beautiful scenery of nature. During this meditation, if you want to keep your eyes open, you can keep your eyes open, and if you want to close, that's fine. And there is a possibility when I'm giving you thoughts, your mind will start creating another new thought, and then intellect will go beyond that, create a new picture. At that point, bring back to the original thought and just be focused. And that's how we will increase our power of concentration. Okay? So sit back and relax. Visualize a beautiful morning, a time of sunrise, and myself, I am at the shore of ocean, sitting there. I can hear the sound of waves that are there in the ocean. Calming breeze sound, so beautiful, giving a natural music. My feet are touching to the sand. Experience it. And the waves are coming, touching my feet. Feel so good about it. Very relaxing and refreshing. Look at the horizon, the sky, and the ocean. Sun is coming out slowly, gradually. The golden rays are coming out and falling on the water. Feels so good about it. Look at the sky, colorful sky. Sun rays are spreading in the sky. Such beautiful nature. I feel so good about it. And now my body is becoming completely still. Experiencing the wonder of the nature. Becoming aware about my driving force, a being, a beautiful star, a sparkling star, sitting in the middle of the forehead. Conscient of energy, being of light. I am completely aware of myself. Feeling so good about it. And now, I would like to do a nice upward journey to Supreme. Let's fly with the wings of zeal and enthusiasm. Go beyond the sky, up above, crossing the sun, the moon, stars, and all the planets. I am in the car of light. Flying up above, going beyond, the matter, beyond the limits of time. No sound, nothing. And I am entering to the vast space of infinity. The place where I see red golden lights around. The land of peace. the supreme abode, sweet home. I see lot of sparkling stars like me floating in the space. Everyone is shining, enjoying their own world, experiencing lot of peace and happiness. This is my home, my spiritual home, sweet home. Where I feel very relaxed, peaceful, free from everything. No attraction, no distraction. Just enjoying my own world. And suddenly, I see very beautiful star, a brilliant star. Attracting me, pulling towards me. I go closer and closer to it, and I realize that star is my Father, the Supreme Father, the Supreme Authority, Almighty. He is ocean of love, ocean of peace. I experience His love and peace. I hear a sound. Child, you are mine. You are my sweet child. This is your home. I always love you eternally. You are eternal being. A point of life. When you remember this, you will feel powerful. Maintain this awareness throughout the day, and you will be successful. Just be in awareness that I am point of light, a peaceful being, and you will experience all my powers. You are just like me, loveful, peaceful, and powerful. You have all rights on my power and virtues and values. Thank you for being with me. I feel so comfortable and happy that I found my Father who is supreme. With this blissful experience, I feel content, energetic, empowered. Now, with this experience, I am coming back to the world of action with the beautiful experience and a powerful experience filled with love and power and peace. And now I spread the vibrations of peace and powerful, making the vibrations around me very, very powerful. Coming back to the shore of ocean, I feel so relaxed. I feel so powerful and content. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. I hope you were able to experience that nature scene and feel yourself with power, and this practice will help you throughout the day to be more powerful, to be more focused and concentrate. So maybe try this. You can have different sceneries in front of you. You can fly to anywhere at any time. That's the beauty of this meditation. There is no time limit, there is no place limit. You can fly anytime, anywhere, and experience yourself. It just needs one thought, a powerful thought. Okay? Om Shanti. And I just wanted to make an announcement that this Saturday we are starting with a new course, meditation course in Hindi, English, and Telugu. The course is going to be in person. It's 11 to 12:30. You will see even in the Zoom also. We are going to share the flyer about it. So you can, if you want to know more about meditation or how to practice, you are most welcome. And it's a free. And you can pass this message to your friends and family who would like to join. Okay? You have a beautiful evening. Om Shanti. Bye. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you.
Thank you.
Om
Om
Shanti.
Shanti.
Thank you, Didi. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Bibi. Om Shanti.